Senator, you're saying that Republicans do have a plan.
Absolutely.
What is that plan?
Well,
I mean,
we have to have
people see it.
Sure, we have to have PBM reform. We have to look at the ways that we have a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse in the healthcare system. We have to let the marketplace work. There's no transparency or competition, but it's going to take 3 or 4 months to really bring a consensus.
So that is Republican Bernie Moreno talking with Caitlin Collins. What they're talking about there is the need to fix some aspects of the healthcare system. Obviously, that's why we have the shutdown, is the Democrats are saying you need to extend these subsidies because if you don't, people are going to have to pay thousands or tens of thousands of dollars more for their health insurance every year. And that's going to affect tens of millions of households. And we're not going to simply reopen the government until we figure that out. And Bernie Moreno is doing the thing where the Republicans, they put out the football, pretending to be reasonable and say, no, let's take down the temperature. We just open the government and then we'll come together and we'll come up with some sort of plan. And he's saying there, we just need 3 to 4 months to come up with it. We're already in the shutdown. You couldn't have started that process a month ago? Or a year ago, or 10 years ago? You guys still haven't even begun coming up with your healthcare plan. Donald Trump's been talking about that 2 weeks for a mighty long time. People probably don't even remember those jokes anymore. That's how long ago it was. But we're supposed to believe that they're negotiating in good faith. Well, he's on with Caitlin Collins, and she is one of the few people in the media that actually asks good follow-up questions. So let's get to more of her grilling him for some detail about this healthcare plan.
On healthcare, Senator, what is someone who has open enrollment starting November 1st supposed to do in response to the idea that it would take 3 to 4 months to coalesce around a plan?
Look, Obamacare is a total and complete disaster. Having the COVID era.
But what's Republicans' plan to counter that? I think is my question.
I'm answering it for you. Look, we can't fix Obamacare in 3 months. What I'm telling you is that the COVID era subsidies are a tiny fraction of any increase. The increase is happening because Obamacare is broken. It's a complete abject failure.
I'm not defending Obamacare or the subsidies on that, but it has been 15 years. I know you've only been in the Senate. You're new to Washington, relatively new, but some people may say, well, there's been 15 years since Obamacare passed. We haven't seen a Republican plan to replace it.
Well, Obama was president for 4 years. President Trump was president for 4 years. And then, of course, Biden came in and made everything objectively worse. And by the way, you can't defend Obamacare because it's indefensible.
You're acknowledging there was a Republican president in between those two Democrats who's now back in office.
In a very different situation. He only had 2 years of unified control of government. We got the most important bill done, which is tax relief for all Americans that stimulated our economy.
Look, I would love for her to go even harder, but she's still the best at this. The little smiles, the way that she breathed in when she acknowledged, she got him to acknowledge. So you guys had a president for 4 years. First of all, you can't come up with a plan while a Democrat is in charge. What are federal troops blocking you from getting to Staples or something? Like you can't find the paper to print it out on? So that's absurd, but okay, so forget that. You couldn't have done it under Obama. You couldn't have done it under Biden. Okay, so you had 4 years with Donald Trump. Well, almost 5 years with Donald Trump since he's been president this year. And you still haven't even started that 3 to 4 month clock. So 5 years, okay, but that doesn't count. We only had 2 years of unified government. What, you can't come up with a healthcare plan that might get a couple of Democrats to cross over? You are so utterly incompetent in negotiating that you can't do that. You guys, it was Kyrsten Sinema was in the Senate. You couldn't get Kyrsten Sinema, but okay, fine. So we'll set aside that too. Only 2 years of unified control. You couldn't pass a healthcare plan with 2 years of unified control? You said it would take 3 to 4 months. That's 24 months. Your math ain't mathin'. So anyway, they look so ridiculous. They don't have a plan. That's clear from him. It's clear from Marjorie Greene as well, who after being on this big conference call or whatever with Speaker Mike Johnson, she put out this tweet saying, I demanded to know from Speaker Johnson what the Republican plan for healthcare is to build the off-ramp of Obamacare and the ACA tax credits to make health insurance affordable for Americans. Johnson said he's got ideas and pages of policy ideas and committees of jurisdiction are working on it, but he refused to give one policy proposal to our GOP conference on her own conference call. Exactly. Now, look, by the way, don't give her too much credit. After all, she is still attacking Obamacare without, she doesn't have any like replacement for it. She doesn't understand Obamacare. It's all just right-wing propaganda from her too. And she's also saying that the Senate should use the nuclear option, basically end filibusters for keeping the government from opening up in this case. So look, she's posturing as if she cares about people, and maybe on some level she does, But she's not educating herself about this policy. And she also wants to give the Republicans unilateral control to end government shutdowns in these sorts of cases. By the way, to end the shutdown without those subsidies being continued. So she is literally on the one hand implying she wants healthcare to be affordable. And on the other hand, she's saying, screw it. Let's not extend them. Let's just open up the government. So very minor credit at most going to her. But we're we're like a month into this thing at this point, Sharon, and they still haven't even begun working on their plan.
There's no plan. There's not going to be a plan. And I have a massive migraine just on the clips you played of these idiots, lollipop heads. They're idiots. My head is pounding, okay? There's not a plan. And by the way, come November 1st, people can thank that big, beautiful bill. That big, beautiful bill and all the lies, now that it's law, that are being told about it to this day. Oh, we're having this disgusting term, illegal aliens is why we had to do it, because the Democrats are trying to pay for illegal aliens' health care. I mean, grow a pair. Stop this. I do enjoy that she's on the call getting on everyone's nerves, and they're probably gonna kick her out soon. She's getting on their nerves. They're muting her. I guarantee you, they're muting her. And if 2 or 3 of them are in a room together where she's not, they're rolling their eyes and they're making faces about her. That part I enjoy. The rest of this is, I need Tylenol. Whether they say it caused autism or not. I need Tylenol. Stop this.
Well, you can still legally get it.